Hello everybody and welcome back. We are continuing our playthrough on Under the Heavens, where it is day 2 of the Battle of Hutu River. I think I remember that correctly. And we have had a very difficult first day, which ended in the unsettled duel with a 3,000 man commander from the opposing forces. Dawn comes slow over the basin. The right flank has been rebuilt overnight. Tighter, smaller, harder. Your sector is reduced, thinned by casualties, but reinforced by new arrivals. The 3,000 man commander, Fang Ji, with 2,000 fresh reserves. General Kai Feng rides the riverfront briefly, speaking with the officers who need to hear from him. He exchanges few words, then withdraws to prepare new contingencies. The man who addresses the flank is 5,000 man commander Chen Yu. He stands on a berm of dirt and broken shields. His voice raw. He has not slept in 2 days, and it shows. Yesterday many of you were recruits. Today you are veterans. The enemy tasted blood here. They'll come again. Harder. He lifts his chin toward the horizon. They will try to break us early. Hold until the sun drops and the kingdom still breathes. Your remaining soldiers fall into step beside you as you walk your assigned position. Bang Ru, you got us through yesterday. Whatever's coming, I'm with you. Yang Q, we all are. You answer without thinking. We all go home. All of us. They don't contradict you. Far down in the basin, dust clouds rise. It begins again. How do you prepare for the second day? Still a new formation. You pull battered units inward, shape them into a compact, desperate knot built to absorb shock. The work steadies you. Around you, the flank completes its grim preparations. Men check straps with trembling fingers. Officers shout their last orders. The wounded are pulled back. The dead are pushed aside. Someone nearby mutters a prayer to ancestors. Another spits into the mud and grips his spear tightly. The dust clouds on the horizon grow larger. Closer. The drums begin. Enemy General Jin Huran wastes no time. The moment light reaches the basin, he sends pressure forces against the left and center. Just enough infantry to pin them down and keep them from reinforcing anyone else. But for the right flank, something else is coming. 3 columns of elite cavalry sweep along the basin at full speed. The hoofbeats come in rolling waves, shaking the mud under your feet. The lances catch the early light in a long and broken line. They are here to break you apart, to shatter your line and scatter your forces before the rest of the army can react. This is the thing every infantryman fears. Not duels, not sieges, not even overwhelming numbers. Cavalry. When horses hit an infantry line at full gallop, they don't break formations, they erase them. Lances punch straight through shields. Hooves come down on men who are already down. The weight and speed turn human bodies into paste. You've heard the stories, the sound of hundreds of lives ending in the same instant. And now you're about to hear it yourself. Your heart is going so hard you can feel it in your throat. Everything in you says, run. You plant your feet, because if you run, everyone dies. If you hold, maybe some of you survive. Commander Chen Yu shouts, shields up! Right flank brace! Cavalry incoming! Your surviving soldiers tense beside you, wide-eyed but holding position. This is the first blow of the day. It is meant to kill you. How do you meet the charge? Break their momentum before impact. You shout for javelins, stones, anything that can disrupt their advance. A single broken stride can save 10 lives. The ground begins to shake. The sound of hooves is in your chest and bones before it's in your ears. There is no more adjusting now, no more thinking. The cavalry hits. Get made! I think we're about to have another injured soldier, maybe even a death. A soldier has fallen. A rider slams into your front rank, ripping a man from his feet. The sound of the impact carries. Another horse barrels sideways into your shields. The shields don't hold. One of your soldiers sees what's coming and shouts your name. Before you can turn, a lance goes through him. He collapses instantly. Your formation buckles. The cavalry wheel straight through your line. They do not retreat. They wheel back around, ready for the next pass as the morning grinds forward. The cavalry do not retreat. They circle instead, reforming, testing, waiting for the infantry that will come in behind them. Your men gathering close to catch their breath. For a moment, no one is sure who is still standing. Fang Ru spits blood, wipes mud away. The shock of the charge fades. Your men reset their stances, shaking out their arms, stealing glances at the riders still circling beyond the line. The dust rises again past the cavalry's path. More shapes move, more banners, more steel. Midday is not going to give you a rest. The sun barely rises above the basin before the next wave strikes. The cavalry never left. They spent the morning circling, slashing at weak patches, trampling the wounded, forcing officers to redirect lines again and again. Every minute chips away at the right flank's strength. Bodies lie in scattered clusters across the mud. Dozens. Hundreds. Further along the bend, 2 entire companies are overrun before they can reset their shields. A mounted hammer crashes into a 100-man formation, breaks it apart in seconds. The air fills with dust and screams. Your sector holds, but barely. Your men breathe in ragged bursts, armor dented, shields splintered. A few of the soldiers around you, the ones who survived the morning, keep glancing toward the horizon like they're waiting to see something they already know is coming. Then you hear it. New drums. A deeper rhythm. Infantry. Enemy General Jin Huran has timed his assault. While the cavalry keeps your flank twisted and desperate, 5,000 infantry advance behind them. Shields locked, spears forward, banners rippling in the heat. 2 pressures at once. That is the point of it. 3,000-man commander Fang Zi rides past at full speed, shouting orders to tighten the bend. He cuts down a rider on the move, but even he looks strained. Hold the line! Close the gaps! Bring the reserves forward! The enemy is pushing through! Rest there! Brace! The battlefield fractures. Cavalry remnants slam into weakened pockets. Infantry clash forward in a wedge formation meant to split the flank completely. Your sector is hit by both. Soldiers are seriously wounded. This is not going well. Oh, 1 dead. 1 gravely wounded. So I've lost a soldier. Moves thunder past your left, slashing at exposed sides. A wall of infantry slams into your front, spears jabbing over shattered shields. Every step you take costs more than what the last one did. The right flank starts losing formation. The line bends, then buckles. The weight is too much. The cavalry rider breaks through the line ahead of you, cutting down 2 soldiers before spinning in the mud. And in that chaos, one of your own is struck. A blade, a shout, mud up in the air. You don't see it happen clean. When it clears, Yang Q is on the ground, fighting to rise while the battle surges past. You do not have time to reach him. Infantry press in again. Cavalry reel for another pass. Your commander's voice rings out, raw and desperate. Hold the right! Hold it! The dead are piling faster than the living can step around them. Your breath burns. Your arms shake. Your formation narrows without you ordering it to. The sun is barely up. Infantry crash into your front. Cavalry remnants cut across your side. Your formation strains under the weight of 2 enemy forces hitting at once. Your commander's voice cracks across the chaos. Hold the right! Close the gaps! Do not let them through! You must act before the line splits completely. Choose your response. Tighten the formation and brace against the infantry. Wheel your group slightly to cut off the cavalry. Drive forward a few paces to disrupt the infantry. Open the line. Bait them into the mud. Drive forward. You surge forward 3 paces. 3 hard paces before their spear line locks. Steel crashes into steel. You've taken away the ground they were counting on covering. There is no time to reconsider. Infantry are already mid-stride. Cavalry are already turning for the next pass. The air compresses around you. Sound narrows to impact and breath. There they are here. The enemy hits. Can I have better than a 2? Well, it gave me what I asked for, really. To attempt to stabilize the line fails instantly. The infantry wedge crashes into you with brutal force, collapsing your front rank. Cavalry remnants strike your exposed side at the same moment. Soldiers around you are cut down in seconds. A captain nearby is thrown from his feet and trampled. Entire pockets of the flank fall backwards in tangled heaps of bodies and shields. Your group is driven apart. You lose sight of your men in the press. The flank loses hundreds in minutes. The line fractures and keeps fracturing. The battle grinds on. Infantry continue pressing. Cavalry circle again, preparing a third sweep. The right flank is bleeding faster than officers can plug new holes. A horn sounds from the enemy side. Deep, rolling, triumphant. New banners rise across the basin. The enemy general is not finished. The sun begins its slow fall. The killing does not slow. The right flank is collapsing. Midday's assault left heaps of bodies scattered across the bend. Cavalry remnants still dart through gaps, cutting whatever they find. Infantry wedge deeper with every push. Spears dripping with mud and blood. Your men fight on instinct. They are not choosing targets anymore. They are swinging at whoever gets close. Then you see it. New banners rising across the enemy ridge. 10,000 infantry. Marching in full blocks, ready to wipe you out. The enemy general Jin Huran means to break the right flank before sunset and end the battle today. Formations around you sag under the sight. One group stumbles back without thinking. Another begins shouting for officers. The wounded sit down and stare, too drained to stand. If this wave hits alone, the flank dies. A horn sounds behind you, sharp and commanding. General Kaifeng arrives like a thunderclap. He charges down the ridge at the head of 4,000 or 5,000 reserves, the last strength your army has left. His elite guard form a steel wedge around him, shields raised, blades ready. Wherever his horse passes, exhausted soldiers straighten. Terror loosens its grip. The line pulls taut again. He plunges straight into the collapsing section of the flank, cutting down 3 men with the first sweep of his blade. His elites slam into the enemy infantry behind him, stopping the wedge that was seconds from opening the line. The impossible happens. The right flank steadies. You can feel it happen. Men shout in relief. Your own unit adjusts formation without being told. Then the enemy reacts. A cluster of infantry surge at the general, desperate to cut him down. He wheels his horse, parries one spear, slashes another attacker across the chest. A third blade gets through. It tears across his ribs. His armor splits, blood down his flank. A cry goes up from the soldiers near him. He does not fall. He drives his sword through the throat of the man who cuts him. Through the throat of the man who cuts him. His elites close around him. Shields up, pulling him deeper into the formation so he can keep fighting. Blood trails behind him in the mud. The men on the flank see him still up. Every soldier fights harder because he still lives. But the surge of hope lasts only seconds, because something else enters the battlefield. A figure walking through the bodies toward your sector, moving with terrible purpose. Zhao's 3,000-man commander, Gao Feng. He cuts his way towards your sector, each step leaving another soldier broken in the mud. You don't notice him at first. You're too busy fighting for breath, too busy holding what little formation remains. But one of your men sees him. Got 2 dead people. The size, the armor, the blade already dripping. He understands what he's looking at. Dragon! He screams. You turn. He doesn't wait for your order or for you to react. He is already moving. He lunges forward with a raw, terrified shout, trying to intercept the monster bearing down on you. Gao Feng barely slows. His blade moves once, too fast to see properly. Your man goes down in a single stroke. Then his eyes lock onto yours. Gao Feng steps over the body of your fallen soldier, mud splashing against his greaves. He raises his chin slightly, looking at you the way a man looks at a task he already knows he can finish. Behind him, cavalry wheel for another sweep. Infantry crash into battered lines. Your general bleeds somewhere behind a wall of shields. In the pocket of ground between you, nothing else is happening. Only him, only you. Your remaining soldiers are shouting your name. You can hear their shouting. You can't hear the words. The enemy commander lowers his blade. Challenge. You step forward. The duel begins. The commander comes forward in a steady advance, his blade drifting in loose, confident arcs. He's measuring you, how you stand, whether you'll break before he has to touch you. You tighten your grip on your weapon. Your boots sink into the wet earth as he closes the final step. How do you meet his opening test? Press him before he settles. You surge forward before the rhythm forms. No waiting, no reading. If you let him fall into the same pace, you die. So you break it before it begins. The battlefield does not stop for you. Infantry still scream, cavalry still circle. Your general bleeds somewhere behind a wall of shields. But none of that matters here. He takes one step forward, then another. Space between you collapses. There is no retreat. No help is coming your way. Yeah, I'm just going to shut up this time. You meet the first blow head on. Sparks spray between blades. The force drives you back a step, but you recover quickly. His eyes narrow. You have survived his opening test, but you have not yet won. The commander shifts his weight. His stance drops lower. His blade tilts down and forward. He is done testing you. All that noise, he growls, and you are just another pest to crush. Several enemy soldiers halt their fighting and walk. Your remaining men hold their breath. No one intervenes. This duel is now a spectacle, the kind armies remember. His boots carve deep trenches in the mud as he rushes forward, blade raised for a killing stroke. How do you answer his charge? Overwhelm him. You don't let him finish adapting. You crash forward, forcing the fight back into chaos where rhythm and control mean nothing. If he wants to evolve, deny him the time. He surges forward. The watching soldiers fall silent, as if the entire flank is holding its breath. You feel the killing weight of his next swing before it even lands. Yeah, ouch. Thought I had momentum. Come on. You are seriously wounded. Enemy gains momentum. His blade hammers into your shoulder. throwing you into the mud. Your vision blurs. Your arm goes numb. Boots splashed closer as he steps in to finish it, unhurried. You hear your men shouting your name. They cannot reach you. The commander circles you with slower, heavier breaths. Blood drips from his arm in thick, dark lines. Your own muscles tremble with exhaustion. The battle around you has gone distant. The shouting is muffled. You can hear your own heartbeat clearer than any of it. The sun is dropping. The mud at your feet has turned the color of rust. There is nothing left in you but a refusal to fall. He raises his blade again. His voice is quiet. Fall. You don't. Your arms are shaking. Your breath is scraping in your throat. The mud pulls at your feet. He comes. How do you face the blow? Move first. You step in before the strike fully forms. No plan, no certainty. Just the belief that moving first might be enough. If it isn't, you won't know until it's too late. The sun dips lower. For a fraction of a second, both armies slow. Everyone sees this. He steps in. You do not retreat. The final exchange begins. Ay, ay, ay. You moved first. He was ready for it. His blade catches you clean and tears into your ribs. Your breath leaves in a wet gasp. Mud rises toward your face. Your men scream your name. You can hear it getting further away. The commander drives his boot into your chest and pulls the blade free. The right flank collapses. Your general is overwhelmed by fresh enemy troops. The ford falls. He was stronger than you. That is the whole of it. Your campaign ends on this field. The chronicle closes on your name for now, but the Age of War continues at another story, and other stories wait to be written. And there you have it, ladies and gentlemen. That is not the end of the demo for anybody watching. That is simply as far as my story goes. Did I make it from obscurity to legend? Did I rise from nobody to a general? No, I did not. And so my name, before it has even been written, fades to nothing. And so with that, ladies and gentlemen, thank you all so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed this short series. There will, of course, be further series of this game. Thank you so much for all of the support you give me. And don't forget that this game is currently on Kickstarter being funded. The game is fully funded. It is just in its stretch goals right now. And so with that, if you want to continue to make the game even better upon full release, please do support the game during the Kickstarter campaign. And so until then, until we see you again next time, whether it be here or in another series, thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have enjoyed it. And until see you again, I hope that you will all stay safe, happy, and healthy.